Good morning, students. Today we are going to make a dog family. Or if you do not want to make a dog family, maybe you want to make a squirrel family, a cat family, a fish family, whatever living thing you would like to create, that's up to you. But we're going to go through the steps how parents pass traits to offspring. So if you would open up your dog family document and follow along as we go through the directions, it will help you understand the steps that go into creating an offspring. So step 1. First, you need to select a mother and a father. Again, that could be dogs, that could be cats, it could be any animal you would like. After you select your mother and father, you have to decide what types of traits will the mother and father have. So to do that, you're going to use this chart that lists all the possible traits for mom and dad. So I'm going to show you that for a dog, you could have a tail shape, the fluffiness, the length, the height of the dog, the color of the coat of the dog, the length of the coat fur, how the ears are positioned, what the length is, and then you can choose any trait that you would like. And then you tell me, of course, if it's the mother, then it would be female. Okay? When you go to choose your traits, you're going to record them in this table here. So my first example I did for you. For mom, I said she had a straight tail. So if I go back to this chart, the straight tail tells me the alleles are 2 lowercase t's. So I record that in my box for alleles. Now for dad, I said dad had a curved tail. So again, I have to go back to the chart and find curved tail. If the dad has a curved tail, they could be alleles that are 2 dominant alleles, 2 uppercase T's, or it could be a pair of alleles that have 1 uppercase and 1 lowercase. So I need to decide which pair am I going to record in my data table. To do that, I'm going to use a penny, and I am going to toss the penny. If I get heads, it's going to be 2 dominant alleles. If I toss the penny and I get tails, then my allele pair will be 1 dominant and 1 recessive. So if you see, when I go back to my chart and I flipped my coin, I had heads, so I recorded the 2 uppercase letters, showing that those are the alleles that the father has. So I'm going to do that for each one of the traits. So next I go to fluffiness. So I look at my mom and her tail was not fluffy. So I'm recording that. And on my dad, his tail was fluffy. So I need to find out what pairs of alleles make a not fluffy tail. And for the dad, I need to find what pairs of alleles will make a fluffy tail. So I go back to my chart and I see that fluffy could either be 2 dominant alleles or 1 dominant and 1 recessive. So I have to flip my coin. So I take my coin and I flip it and I get tails. So tails will be 1 uppercase and 1 lowercase. Oops, sorry for fluffy. 1 uppercase and 1 lowercase for tails. Okay, not fluffy is going to be 2 recessive alleles. So I'm going to go back to my chart. Not fluffy or 2 lowercase alleles. And my Fluffy, when I flip my coin, I have 1 uppercase and 1 lowercase. Okay, so you're going to do that for all the traits of your dog, if you're doing dogs. Okay? Next step. Now that I have this whole chart filled out, I'm going to use this chart to make my offspring.